And we're back. And not a minute to spare. Cool. What?
That's my dancing cactus.
That's a cactus. That's what I thought. That's not a pickle. It's a cactus.
I'm Pickle Rick.
Pickle Rick. All right, so we're going to go for a little bit here, about 20 minutes, and then Kay has to step away.
I don't anymore, actually.
Oh, you don't? Oh, okay.
The family just bailed on me and they're going to bed.
Oh, okay.
It's like so
The
close, too.
fuck is?
Wait.
The dog got a pickle for Christmas. It says, I'm a big deal.
It's a cute pickle.
I'm not sure what that is, Marv. It's kind of blinking out because of the background stuff.
That's my
polar bear on top of a man.
No, that's Bluey. That's Bluey right there. That's the best mascot in professional sports.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm not very familiar with
that nobody's ever heard of.
Fuck you, Caesar.
Really
Fuck.
creative in the name. We are called the Blues.
The fuck is a Bluey? Call him a Blowy. He's a Blowy. That's what he is.
Call him Joe Blow at least.
We'll
see. It's football. I don't give a shit.
No, it's hockey.
Neither. Yeah, I'm about.
It's hockey, ice hockey.
I'm very not familiar with hockey teams or their mascots. Not that I don't like hockey, I just don't watch it.
It's the only sport I do watch.
Well, in that case, the only hockey team I know is the Sabres. Oh, and
Buffalo
the Maple
Sabres.
Leafs, because
I know a few of them.
Did you say the make-believes?
No, the
Maple Leafs.
Maple Leaves, the Toronto Maple Leafs.
No, but I like
because they're literally across the river from each, so it's always a big deal when they play.
Oh yeah.
That big threatening animal, the maple leaf.
Do they have a mascot?
Yeah. A leaf.
It's like the kindly Canadian leaf. I don't know.
What does Chicago have there, Caesar?
The Blackhawks.
Yep. It's pathetic looking fucking bird costume some dude wears. And Bluey in St. Louis would beat his fucking ass with a goalie stick. Oh, we're talking hockey smack now. Anyway,
you know the Blackhawks are named after a military unit.
No.
Oh, I thought they were named
after. I thought it was the movie.
No, isn't Black.
Well, you've heard about Blackhawks Down.
That's a helicopter. This military unit was from the early 1900s.
I'm being sarcastic.
Named after.
I know.
The military unit was named after Chief Blackhawk.
Oh, really?
That's cool. That I did not know.
And the guy who first organized the Blackhawks was from that military unit. That's why he named them the Blackhawks.
Army unit?
There is no Blackhawk tribe. Right.
The Blackhawks. But there was a Chief Blackhawk that was chief of some tribe.
Right. That's Chief Blackhawk was in that military unit. They named the military unit the Blackhawks. He was in the military unit, and that's why he named the team the Blackhawks.
Gotcha. That's a cool story, and I'm thankful for him because they're actually why St. Louis got a hockey team in the first place in 1967. Was the NHL was expanding,
but they're like,
and
we can't let Chicago do something.
I think it was Baltimore that tried to put a team together, and their funding fell out at the last minute or something, and the owners of Chicago said, how about St. Louis, and they made some calls down there, and they put a team together like that, and that's how they got in. But Chicago wanted someplace that was closer to travel to. You know.
We were tired of going to Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah. Only so many times you can whip the Red Wings.
Right.
Yeah. All right. Let's see. What are we looking for as far as a timer goes? We're looking for. Let's see.
We were looking for
15
information.
minutes, eh?
Oh, you're talking about something else.
15 minutes till New Year. Brad's not excited as me.
What? Didn't you see I did the excited hands?
I didn't. Sorry.
There we go. So
Jazz hands.
So
No,
the
spirit fingers.
countdown. Let me change that though. We are not counting down to the Big Apple anymore.
Such a good film.
Well, it's 14 minutes of the Big Apple one.
Yep, we can just actually I've got
2020 2.0.
Let me tell you, the NBC New York live feed, real exciting.
Have you heard?
No one in the street.
Have you heard what they're doing? It's kind of weird.
No, I haven't paid any attention.
Streets are empty, huh?
Not
Where?
quite empty. There's like maybe 100 people in Times Square tonight.
Wow.
I saw people were like boxed into squares.
Yeah, they're like
It's like
kind of
actual square.
pinned in sort of thing. It's to kind of like create distancing between the different families and groups. Because apparently,
kind of force it.
local heroes that medical staff and whatnot and their families. And apparently it's like only by invite for the party.
Because my first thought when I saw that a few minutes ago, actually, was, I wonder how much that cost. That's cool if that's the case.
Yeah, just make a donation to
so-
Cuomo's campaign fund, and you're in like Flynn.
Oh well,
You're in like Flynn.
I don't know if that's the case, but
the people actually doing this stuff. But
he's got it in the bag. He's fine.
I believe we were going to investigate us some newspapers.
Yes.
For this Mr. Crave.
By the way, I heard when Times Square's packed
It's
full of
only
people
upstate
that there's no bathrooms, and you pretty much just kind of keep an empty cup with you and go right where you're at and just pour it in the street.
People who actually know what they're doing, they actually wear Depends. Like,
National New Year's Eve people.
Friends who have we have family friends who have a flat on Times Square above it. So it's crazy the things people do to stay there, because if you leave, you can't come back.
Well, I guess I wouldn't be there. I wouldn't be wearing pissy underwear, I can tell you that.
Never had the urge to go to New York City.
I wouldn't mind visiting once just to, see it type of thing. But
I've been there on business, in and out on business, be there a day or two. That's it, out.
Not worth it to me.
I look like a real hillbilly.
Chicago's my kind of town.
All right, let's move forward through my kind of town for good food. I can tell you that, Chicago. Let's drive on, because we're not even out of chapter 1 yet. We have 5 chapters. But I think some of it will pick up here a little bit. I think it will be okay. You guys might be tired as hell, but a little surprise for everybody at the end of the deal. So, all right, countdown's going to the Big Easy. Hour and 10 minutes. We got 10 minutes here, and then we'll drink to that. Louis, you were saying something. You were headed somewhere.
Me and Francois were going to around about information about this, the murders involved with this Mr. Crappin.
So anybody who can read can give me a survival roll, the best survival roll you have, whether it's based on, city or whatever. You're basically just researching. No, just roll that right out. So if you can read, there's 2 of you that can, evidently.
Come on, honey. She can't read real good, but she can try.
Oh, shit. Justin's a speed reader. I attended the Gilbert
From
Pewitt
writing all them recipes.
School of Speed Reading. Okay, so, and Justin did surpass it. So you guys will be, I think, here, let's see. Basically, Louis Crapin, let me go back here to the beginning, was arrested in and about 10 or 11 years ago. And he had been wanted for numerous murders. And basically, you find enough stories in the newspaper that talk about different killings of the time. And there were like voodoo scenes. There were strange, characters and stuff written in human blood, and the internal organs were drawn out of the victims and stuff wherever they were found 10 or 12 years ago. And the last thing you see says that they did arrest and capture him and had him in jail to stand trial, but he got away and was chased down in the swamp by a posse, basically. And that's about the end of what you find here.
He murdered in the swamp when he was chased down?
It doesn't really go into that. That the posse did. The last thing you see is the posse did not return with Crapin, who died during the pursuit.
Yeah, that's a bit strange. If he is dead, then clearly it is not him who did this murder. But it is unusual that they are very similar. Perhaps there is some sort of bond between the two, some sort of common connection or friendship.
Well,
maybe they had a mutual teacher, or...
Now, I believe Remy said something about talking to somebody about some voodoo or something.
Oh, he knows that doctor. Dr. John. The podiatrist.
Oh, okay. Dr. John, he knows the name. He's never met him, but he knows. Shoot, you can't hardly live around New Orleans and not know the name of Dr. John. So you guys have probably all heard of him.
I hear he can find things.
I've heard that if you get a tick bite, he knows how to get it out so that it does not get stuck in you and give you a disease. That might just be all.
That's easy. It's an old swamp trick. You take a cigarette and you press it to the back of the tick. It comes right on out.
There you go.
Side note, I saw that happen in Jordan.
So wasn't that what was that, a sea urchin sting?
Yeah, it was a sea urchin. He pulled the sea urchin out and threw his cigarette on Jeff's foot.
You are a man now.
It's so funny. He literally said, "You are man now."
Damn.
It was so great. It was a great day. For many reasons.
Well, actually, the better way, at least nowadays, to remove a tick is, oddly enough, Listerine. You squirt on it, it will fly off.
Really?
Really? That would have been handy. I had to actually pull one off during the summer. The first time ever. After all years of camping on the ground.
Never pull them off. Never, never, never.
Oh no, I mean it worked fine. Like I followed all the instructions. It worked fine, but
this sounds weird, but when I was in the Marine Corps, when we went to the field, we wore pantyhose.
Oh, really?
Uh-huh.
Like keep them off of you. I'd like to see that, Caesar.
Yeah.
There was this one camping.
Hey, it works.
One camping location where we used to. It was known for having bugs crawl into people's ears, especially kids for some reason, because they would just be out. And so we would. Well, we didn't have that. Oh, maybe, yeah. We didn't have like stuff, so we would roll up scraps of fabric and put it in our ears before we went to bed. And inevitably, at least once, someone in the entire weekend ended up in the ER to have the bug removed. But it was a great place.
Yeah, I've seen those nasty videos.
Yeah, okay, sure. Great.
I'll pass, thanks.
It was never me. It's fine.
But I'll pass, thanks.
It wasn't me, so it's okay.
It was a really great location.
But
I'm sure it's beautiful, but
Definitely worth it. Definitely worth the risk. But
So moving right along.
So how do we find this
for
Dr. John?
I believe he has a manor just outside. What is it on River Drive?
Just outside
You're
the city.
The one who knows.
Let's see to tell. John sure posse understands marriage. Yeah, just outside of town. There's a road that gets to it. You don't have to take a P road, but you can, or a flatboat, but you can get there. By road, you can get there either way. Is that where you're headed?
Religious coup.
Awesome.
I believe so.
All right.
So, did you share what you found in the newspaper? Because Remy was just looking through old newspapers, looking at the pictures.
Yeah, I think we probably all came together to find that because we all did stuff. Except for you and the shark were like looking at the comics.
Yeah, we're not about to role play out a whole day spent in a newspaper office digging through old copies of newspapers. But yeah,
Been there, done that.
An idea of what Remy was doing.
Been there, done that in real life. So thank you for skipping it.
no problem. But I'll try to remember to role play the whole brothel scene next time, just for you.
Oh, I'm gonna need to be a lot more drunk than I am after that.
Okay, we're just moving right along. So,
and that is the birth of K-Rob.
The birth of K-Rob is awful. We saw it live.
Nope.
All right.
Nope. Not a thing.
So you guys are heading out to Dr. John's. You get out there, and you find built off the road, and the road's kind of been built up out of the swamp. You can see that people have, there's been crews of probably Irish come through and mound up the dirt, kind of like building a berm for railroad tracks or something. And the road's built on this berm. And off the side of the road, on these stilt houses, built up there's like water underneath them and stuff, are several shacks, and they're scattered out. And there's probably about 8 of them scattered out. And you see kids running all over the place, and there's women doing laundry, there's women cooking, they're laughing. You see some people playing musical instruments and whatnot. And Remy's pretty sure this is where Dr. John lives. And so how do you approach, Remy? You're muted.
Probably confidently, but not looking, walking too slow as to draw attention, and not too fast to draw attention either. Just casual, confident.
Casual, ample.
So it looks like he's given this far too much thought.
And for the record, since we're out of the city, Ida's not in a uniform.
Okay. You've changed your clothes.
So just looking at her, people wouldn't inherently know that she's a cop.
You still dressed in men's garb?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
You have those beady peedler eyes.
You still got them, huh?
Just that air. That cocky air.
Beady peeler eyes.
Here.
Do what now?
I think it's next year now.
Is it?
Yes, it
No,
is.
we've got.
Yep.
Yes, it is 30 seconds. So Happy New Year.
Cool.
I forgot all about.
Happy New Year on the East Coast.
Let's look at the ball drop. I did.
Happy New Year!
Oh, it's already down. It's flashing. It's over. All we get is the bottom of the ball. That's stupid.
The live feed.
I hear fireworks outside.
Start spreading the news. I'm leaving today.
Should old acquaintance be forgot?
There we go. And
You're welcome.
never brought to mind. Because that will probably get flagged on YouTube.
Hopefully this is better than 2020.
Amen.
Yeah.
Hopefully it's not 2.0.
Did you
Does
guys?
anybody actually know the fucking words of that song?
Yes, I actually do.
Should all
Do you?
acquaintance
I don't know
be
anybody that
forgot
does.
and never
And
brought to
never
mind?
mind.
Should all
It's
acquaintance
literally the same
be
thing over and
forgot
over.
in the
if
days
you
of
want-
old lang syne?
No, Robert Burns actually wrote several verses to it. It's a poem that they put a tune to. Like it's really a very traditional tune that other songs are put to.
Like church hymns.
Because it was never meant to be a song necessarily. But yes, I don't know the additional verses, but I know the song. Fun fact,
All I know is.
I even was forced to sing it. I was semi-forced to sing it in Mandarin.
Whoa, no.
Oh, wow.
It was great. It was really fun. Very awkward.
I bet
Can you
those
do
who
that now?
spoke Mandarin probably
I
were
can't.
looking around going, what the hell is she saying?
Well, it was actually broadcast on live TV
Oh.
in China. So, yeah, probably.
No.
Though to be fair, when English
I'm
speakers,
not even joking.
most of the time I look at them like, what are they trying to say?
No, I mean,
No,
I was in New Year. I was in China for the New Year's for a school thing, and they asked for volunteers, and I did, and it was really fun. And then the actual thing happened, and it was like, the Hillary Clinton of China is going to be there because it was the Obama administration, and we got all excited. But we never got the video of the end result, so I've never seen what it looked like.
And ever since then, U.S.-Chinese relations have gone down for some reason.
Exactly.
So
I just
you
kind of assumed that we are the sole reason for having fucked it up, and
and have not
the
been asked
30
back
of
to China
us-
since then.
exactly, the 30 of us are just barred from China forever. But it was a really good time, and they treated us amazing.
Vino, back on, you're just going to approach them. So give me a persuasion roll for, and tell me exactly how you approach. You see a couple of older women walk up to you. Okay. So you want to see the doctor.
What time of day is it?
It is
4 p.m.
4 p.m.
Yeah,
couple
4.
hours past. Actually,
Good
it's the
afternoon,
next.
but
It's the
my
next. No, it's the next day in the morning because you guys spent a whole day in the newspaper office.
Oh.
Remember?
Well, it says 4 p.m., so it's 4 a.m. Wait, why would
Yeah,
kids
but it's
playing
no,
4
it's the next morning, like 10 a.m.
Okay.
So you
We
got
really
here
need to
and
teach you
there.
how to read your watch.
Teach him how to wind it.
Well, well, the last one up there was 4 p.m., so.
Yeah. So anyway,
Mhm.
so you want to see the doctor?
Good morning, madame. Yes, we have someone we're looking for.
Yeah. Who be that you be looking for?
Well, I would prefer to speak with the doctor about this.
Oh yes, sir. Don't let me stand in
So
your
it's
way.
not the usual doctor situation.
And you see her point off through the swamp back here at one of these shacks. It looks like it's probably about 100 yards away, 150 yards away. Football field and a half, you know.
Mhm.
And it's kind of like out here by itself, a little bitty shack. All these kids and all these women and stuff are around up here.
Tip my hat and say, merci.
And they start giggling as you walk away, talking to themselves. So you guys are, there's some dry land out here, but you're definitely going to be wading.
Watch out for the leeches.
So he's grumbling to himself.
Yep, definitely going to be wading. So you guys go wading off through the swamps out here, and you get to this last shack. There's an old man. He's sitting on the front porch of this shack in a rocking chair, and he's rocking back and forth. And this is him much younger days. Picture a lot of white hair. He's rocking back and forth in this rocker. What y'all coming round for?
Well, tell him, Remy.
Dr. John, I presume?
That'd be me.
Remy Boudreaux.
You mean
Pleasure
Remy
to meet you.
Boudreaux?
I've heard. Yes, that. See, I'm not drunk, I promise.
Yeah, when he is drunk, he comes up with whole other names.
Other names he can't pronounce.
Are you sure about that? You can't even say your own damn name.
Last time he was Remy Bondo.
Remy Boudreaux.
Sure.
So Remy Boudreaux, you know who I am. Ask me what it is you want to ask me.
We are looking for a man by the name of Lucian Crapin.
Lucian Crapin, huh?
Indeed.
Yeah, let me see what we got here first. I don't think I got this first one. Let's see.
That affect you living in swamps out here. Fucking my best suit, covered in fucking water and shit. Do you know what I mean?
Showed up, that young man did the deed. That pretty young Isabel, that is. That boy, though.
I messed up.
He only
Hang on.
did that one. Other folks, they did the others. But you better know one thing. None of these folks is themselves when they did the killing. These mojo are working. Bad mojo. Creeping. He done come back to pick up where he left off. Something still binds into the world of the living. You want to end this mojo, you can find that and severs his ties. How do I know this? Why, the spirits, they tell me. They also tell me it gonna get a whole lot worse.
You couldn't understand that?
Not the first part. It was an echo.
Yeah, I couldn't understand some of it.
All right, so I'm gonna mute Discord here and play that again because I think the echo's coming through Discord. So hang on just a second. Here we go. Turn your Sirenscape up.
Showed up, that young man did the deed. That pretty young Isabel, that is. That boy, though, he only did that one. Other folks, they did the others. But you better know one thing. None of these folks is themselves when they did the killing. These mojo are working. Bad mojo. Creeping. He done come back to pick up where he left off. Something still binds into the world of the living. You want to end this mojo, you can find that and severs his ties. How do I know this? Why, the spirits, they tell me. They also tell me It gonna get a whole lot worse.
Nah, you mentioned Crapin too. Now he sits up and takes notice.
So, you wanna know about Lucian Crape? Well, I can tell you he come to New Orleans from Haiti, summer 1866. You see, Crapin was Boca, practitioner of evil voodoo magic. He was forced to leave Haiti for practicing blood magic by human sacrifice. Zombies and sentence of the dead, small evils for that man. About that time, he come in New Orleans. The city was in the middle of a power struggle between other voodoo practitioners hereabouts. Lots of strange things was happening at that time. So initially, many of Crapin's acts were blamed on others. Well, eventually folks couldn't ignore the numerous murders, strange rituals. They started pointing their finger at another Boca hereabouts. This other one, he had many connections. It didn't take him long to figure out Crapin was the one responsible. He had him followed. Next time he committed murder, it just so happened that a group of New Orleans police officers happened to be in the neighborhood. Crapin was locked up for a while, waiting a fair trial. But the Boca had a few tricks left to play. He hadn't been in that jailhouse long when it somehow got away. Almost as soon as his escape was discovered, a number of businessmen got together, put a sizable bounty out for Crapin's capture. Dead or alive. Just about every kind of gutter scum imaginable strapped on a gun, saddled up, get out for Crapin. It's said that the Crow lent a hand to fight the escaped murderer.
Or what the hell? Something in there triggered rain or something. Well, that totally fucked that all up. Nightfall. Could have been. I'm not going to start it over again because it's almost done. So he says, so the mob skipped the usual legal formalities, strung him up in an old oak on a small island. Vigilantes stayed until he stopped kicking, then left his hanging corpse to rot. I met him once. He come here sniffing around like a dog. I hexed his ass. Told him if he ever come back round my place again, Hex would take him. He knew it to be true. And that's what Dr. John has to say to you. It's what now, Benno? bocas. Yeah, a lot of bocas around New Orleans. I can't help you with that. You best find out where this young man been, 'cause he done rubbed up against the wrong thing somewhere. And he continues to rock in his chair. The whole time he's just staring out into the swamps like he ain't even looking at you. And he tells you that one's free. You have to come back. They're gonna cost you. Well. Oh. He looks at Dr. John when he hears the word jambalaya, and he finally turns around and looks at you and says, well, you better bring a big old pot. That's my family. You met two of my wives on the way in. And he just looks at you like you're full of shit. And he just turns around and starts rocking back and forth again, staring out at the swamp. All right, so you guys wade your way away from this cabin and back onto the main road. Your legs are all wet from about the knees down now. Make your way back into New Orleans. And he said he did. Let me play this first one again, because the first one he pretty well tells you. This is a short one.
Sure enough, that young man did the deed. That pretty young Isabel, that is. That boy, though, he only did that one. Other folks, they did the others. But you better know one thing. None of these folks is themselves when they did the killing. They's mojo at working. Bad mojo. Creeping.
Yeah, then on and on. They've already pretty much said he was guilty of the murders and he killed himself and he's done. Washed his hands and sealed his fate. He got the fairy folk in him.
Yes!
Thanks for the follow, GWD005. Thank you very much. Now, Dr. John just told you that the posse strung him up in a tree on a little rise, a little hill. You know, he called it a hill, but in the swamp, a hill might be 2 feet tall. Leprechauns? The Irish Organized Crime Syndicate. I'm gonna come and kick your fucking ass. You sit your brother over here. I'm gonna. Well, you sit your brother. Your family coming up. Yeah. Well, because of the laughter I got from that, you get another card. Because you already got 5 chips, but I'll give you a card. And I don't know how you like trigger it to where you can use it. I think if I give it, it allows you to use it. So I don't know what is that? Okay. The fucking fairies and the leprechaun I just lost it on that shit. Oh, you trying to steal me Lucky Charms? Pink hearts, yellow moons. Yeah, send that to me. I'd like to read that. Oh, did you? I almost watched. Yeah, I almost watched the Leprechaun movie, but I didn't. So I think I'm gonna have to go back and watch it. Is there? Well, we got 35 minutes to New Year's and a Big Easy, so which didn't become the Big Easy until the 1970s, I think. I started calling it. Fuck. Hundreds of thousands. You guys, the penalty to roll on something like that would be minus 300. You know, I better see some exploding dice because you're not gonna pull that one off. You guys need to head back to New Orleans, I think. You might have $500 coming to you. It did not mention any names. As a matter of fact, the more you think about it, the posse wasn't mentioned a whole lot at all. Just that he was chased into the swamps where he died during the escape. And it ends at that. There's nothing else written in the papers about it. You could roll some. Yeah, in the city. Yeah, give me a common knowledge roll. You can. But with the penalty that I applied to it, neither one of you are ever going to hit it. You're going to have to go do some more investigation work. Actually, not that I applied to it. It's what the adventurers got in it over here. So, anyhow, but you do have $500 coming. You think? I mean, you didn't prove his innocence, though, did you? By golly, that's worth a fate chip right there. You guys don't have any evidence either way. Think about it. It's a matter of what some conjure doctor told you in the swamp. That's all you've got. If it's, let Jimmy tell the fairy tale because he can scare the fuck out of you with it. What are you doing? You're leaving Dr. John's with wet pants from the knee down. All right. So it's a couple miles. You make it back into town. All right. All right. So that was so you guys you stop by Ida's place. She picks up a couple changes of clothing because she's not quite sure what all this is going to entail. Throws them in a bag. You guys head on back down to Justin's, I guess, to discuss your next moves, which is there you go. Jimmy's becoming one of your best customers, Justin. Hey, one of you mods take care of whatever the hell that is over there. Chat. Want to become famous by some kind of bullshit. All right. Shannon, you going back to talk to Shannon? Appreciate it. That's exactly what you do. Okay. You give her 4 cents? Is that what you... He's emptying his pockets out of all these copper pieces. Alright, so you go back to the Gilded Lily or Lady or whatever the hell it is. And you talk to Madame Camille again. And so you ask her, where else he frequents, and she goes, well, I can't really tell you much about the man's, habits outside of here, but I do know that he mentioned something about Marcel's and asked if he could bring his own beer in. I said no. She says, it's a little tavern up the street here a ways. Yeah. Well, before Isabel, I mean, he was not quite a frequent customer, but he came in now and then in his younger years. Matter of fact, he might have lost his, what you say, pop his cherry here. I don't know, but he met Isabel here a year ago or so, and it's just been her and him ever since. She's the only one he ever asked for. It's just a tavern. No, I'm sorry. We packed him up. Girls kind of divided what was usable among them. I'm not sure who got what. Now, honey, I don't know nothing about my girls here, and most of them don't feel like talking about them. I do not have a list to send Christmas cards to. No, sir, I do not. No. No, she didn't. Unlike that man sitting over there at the bar, he's got some rather unusual jewelry. And I noticed that he followed you in here. She said, folks, you'll have to excuse me. I've got business to tend to. And Madame Camille walks off. Yep, you look over and you see a man sitting there at the bar. I mean, you guys are still a good 20 feet away from him, and he's kind of facing the bar, but behind the bar back has like a big mirror. Everybody, give me a notice roll. Yeah, Louis. As soon as she says this, and this works out perfect because Louis was the one who turned around and looked at him first. You look at him and you see that he's looking at you guys in the mirror. And when you do, he just kind of smiles at you. Yeah. You guys, let's see here. You guys see a well-dressed black man with a heavy Caribbean accent as he turns to you and he says, I thought it would take you not as long to recognize me or to see me. You could have been followed by the devil himself and you would not have known. Ha ha ha. That is funny. I would like a minute of your time, but I would not like to talk out here. Couldn't we find some place more suitable. With the pole in the middle of it. Actually, you look down the hallway and you see Madame Camille, and she's got one of the curtains pulled back to one of these private rooms with the round couches in it. And she motions at you, and kind of like whatever you get the look in her eye that whatever you're discussing with that man, do it in here. And she just holds the curtain back. And he gets up and walks in front of you and walks right back into that room. You guys follow him in? So you guys, you follow her back there, and Madame Camille brings, calls for somebody to bring you a tray full of refreshments or what have you, whatever it is that you're drinking or partaking in. You guys are a heavy drinking group. Of course, 2 of you are Irish and 2 are Cajun. So then there's Louis. It is New Year's, so. And by the way, 21 minutes, and we'll be celebrating that in the Big Easy. So, yep. Well, good. I'm glad my future looks brighter. Did you guys see the meme of the 2 20-sided dice with 2020 turned up on it, and said, "How come 2020 feels more like this?" And then there's 2 ones turned up. Yep. All right, so you go into the back room. She has a tray brought in, and the man just sits there, very nicely dressed. And this guy's got. Everybody, give me another notice roll. Okay. Okay, so I wanted that for a little piece of knowledge here in a little bit. This guy starts talking to you after he pours himself a drink of something, and he puts a mint leaf in it, kind of stirs it around a little bit, and he takes a sip. And then Madame Camille draws the curtain closed, and you can hear her kind of walk off down the hallway outside, and you're left in here with this guy. And he's got his hands resting on top of his cane as he sits here on this couch, and he looks at you. And he says,
"My employer is very interested in seeing your present investigation succeed.
You know what I'm going to do?
He
I'm going to do
wishes
this
assure
first.
you
Yep.
he
I'm going to mute because... Ah, shit. I forgot to turn the Discord voice on earlier. So we went since the last dialogue with... Anyway, doesn't matter. We didn't miss much. I'm going to mute this for a second. And I'm going to put this text in there, and then you guys can read along in case it triggers something.
My employer is very interested in seeing your present investigation succeed. He wishes to assure you he and his organization are innocent in all matters, as you will no doubt discover. However, as a result of certain unfortunate associations between his own religious beliefs and the recent crimes, he feels he is being unjustly linked to the villainy. As he is a man of high standing and profile, such rumors are potentially quite damaging to his reputation. These whispered lies also prevent my employer from taking an active role in the affair, as his contributions would be considered suspect by all his false accusers. Since you are already on retainer to the lovely Miss Parrish, it would seem your interest in this matter parallel those of my employer. As a gesture of good faith and well wishes, he has seen fit to offer you an additional $250 each to see this through to its conclusion, on top of whatever recompense Miss Parrish was able to provide. Of course, you may not discuss this arrangement with anyone, as doing so would make your own findings suspect.
All right, with the notice rolls as he's talking, Jimmy, you've seen the sign before, but you had a penalty because of. But Louis, you guys all succeeded. Every one of you did. Okay. He's wearing a signet ring that looks like this. Yeah, just about anybody would, since that's the sign of the Bayou Vermilion Railroad and Baron Simon LaCroix.
But he could just be a rich dude. Still equally suspect. Well, I see there, friend. I don't suppose you happen to have any information that might help towards investigation.
He reaches inside his jacket pocket, takes a envelope out, and lays it on the table. And he says, I trust you to act on this as quickly as possible. I will see you again.
Do you want to read it?
Ha ha ha! And he says, if you'll excuse me, I have other affairs to attend to in this city today. I will see you again. And he leaves the envelope on the table and he walks out. The table with the pole that rises up out of the middle of it.
I wonder how often they clean that.
He settled the tab on the way out, right?
I don't know. Did you guys ask him? There is no tab. You get ready to leave, and she just waves.
Well, I'm gonna have to take a look at the envelope because I don't think Remy or Jimmy.
Yeah, Remy just pushes the envelope towards Louis.
Well, I pick it up and I open it just in case there's money on it.
No, but there's just as good as if you can deliver. It's basically a letter written, and it's signed by Brewin himself, Damien Brewin at the bottom. Bayou Vermilion Railroad letterhead. So it's an official document. But basically, they'll pay up to $500 a person to solve this, to get this figured out, because this is starting to seem an awful lot like something that happened to his employer about 12 years ago, that this guy was accused of a bunch of these murders, kind of find out it was Crapin. And you heard Dr. John talk about it. Dr. John had actually mentioned other bokers. He goes, other.
Yeah, I was wondering what those were.
Mm-hmm.
What is a boker?
I think it's another practitioner.
It's a male priest, voodoo priest. Bacher or
Bayou
Boker.
Vermilion guy has a ton of enemies, I'd guess.
One of those fellas who fucks around with chickens and knives and shit. Dances around with a chicken in a circle and cuts the fucker's head off. You know what I mean? They proper fuck it up.
But the most important thing on this letter says that a murder has just occurred. The police aren't aware of it
Here,
yet.
have a look at this letter. It's just full of fucking words and shit. I have no idea what it's in.
Oh, let's see.
Ida pulls it out of his hand.
It
Some
says
sort of fancy squiggle at the bottom.
it says that you can get a
no
first-hand
fucking
look if
pictures
you
anyway.
hurry.
What did you say? Just say? Not you, Carol.
You can get a first-hand look if you hurry.
Yep.
Oh, okay. Is there an address?
There is.
All right. Well, it says that there's been a recent murder.
It wasn't fucking
Where?
me. I was with you the whole time.
Yeah, we all have an alibi. It was all of us together with the strange man with the accent.
This
Okay.
fucking
Unfortunately,
voodoo magic man.
Unfortunately, I can't blame the shark. But if we make it there before the police, they don't know that
You
it
are the fucking police.
Well, the other police.
The police.
The real police.
We should probably get going then.
Let us
Wait,
go.
wait.
Where
I
is
have
the
a
address?
question.
Oh, yeah.
Is this location within my organization's area?
Actually, it's
Is
not
or
really.
isn't?
It's not an address, but it says the Boatman's Rest. And
Boatman's Rest.
Boatman's. Where is that on the? Let's see. It says something about.
Probably not much fucking voodoo going on in the Irish Quarter.
It is. It's on the west side of the town.
Okay. So it's on the west side. So is it kind of in the poorer area that she would be aware of?
Oh yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, you probably know the Boatman's Rest. It's at one time it was a pretty nice place, but you've never been inside. But if the outside is anything to judge by, it's seen better days. During the Union occupation of the city and stuff, there was really bad shit happened here about 10 years ago or so, 8 or 10 years ago.
Haven't you basically got the garden quarter and then the poor part of town?
Yep, you pretty much got the French Quarter that divides it. Pretty much.
Okay. All right, so she tells you where it is, and she says, I know most of the lads there. They should be fine.
I bet you do.
I step back. I quickly leave the room.
Has anybody not
she
seen the Blues
gestures
Brothers?
very rudely.
Yeah, I have, yeah.
I have.
Has anybody
a
not
while.
seen the Blues Brothers?
I don't know if I have. I was supposed
Okay.
to one day. There was a lot of whiskey involved.
All right, so
I don't know if we did.
when you get down to the Boatman's Rest, if you've seen the Blues Brothers before, when Elwood picks Jake up from jail and takes him to his apartment, which is in a hostel in downtown Chicago, right? That's kind of what you walk into at the Boatman's Rest. It's like an old hotel that was probably pretty nice at one time, but it's a total fucking shit dive now. Matter of fact, it says in here that, let's see, the Hotel Brewin directed a posse to is a ramshackle building near the riverfront west of the French Quarter. As to quality, well, let's just say calling this flophouse a dive is an insult to dives everywhere.
Wow.
Well then.
And as you walk inside, there's a kind of a weaselly looking guy sitting there at the front desk. Looks like he's got a pen and he's scritching away on a piece of paper. Scritch, scritch, scritch.
Well, I'm gonna come and knock on the desk with my cane. Tap 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 tap. And then I'm gonna look over at Ida.
Scritch, 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 scritch. He's in an office kind of back behind the front desk of this hotel. You see there's some stairs that go up on the left side to the upstairs portion. And you knock on the thing with your cane and he turns around and he gives you kind of the stink eye, like you're bothering him or something. And he comes out.
You must be the ones for 2B. Well, go on up, but be quick about it. I'm getting the law in an hour, whether you're out of here or not. I don't care who you're working for.
So you guys got it twice with the echo.
Yeah, what?
Sorry, I forgot to mute and I didn't do it fast enough.
Nah, it's my fault. I didn't tell you that I was triggering an audio clip. So did you catch that?
No.
All right.
Someone go up.
Hey, it's you.
Yeah, basically, hey, you must be the people that. Yeah, Venom, mute a second.
You must be the ones for 2B. Well, go on up, but be quick about it. I'm getting the law in an hour, whether you're out of here or not. I don't care who you're working for.
All right then.
So he gives you a key to the room, and his hands are shaking so badly that he drops them once, and then he picks them up. And he says, "Just hurry up!" And he points to the stairs.
Mercy?
Well, I guess it's going up this way. Hey, Shock, do you want to go up first in case there's a vicious bird there?
Aye, sure, no bother. I ain't afraid of nothing. Especially no voodoo shit. Some man with a fucking chicken waving it in my face. He walks upstairs.
Well, if that happens, then Justin can make us some chicken, some sort of Cajun chicken.
Sounds
Chicken and
fucking gross.
dumplings.
Jerk chicken?
Jerk chicken's
Chicken
good.
and dumplings.
Jerk chicken's Caribbean though.
2B was it?
True, but
Yeah, it was 2B, not 2B.
2B. 2B
That
or
is a
not to
question.
be. 222B Baker Street.
I'm gonna put my
all right, Holmes.
ear on the door when we get there to listen in and see if I hear anything.
Well, you're gonna fall on your face because I open it.
Oh,
Yeah, you get up there, and this. So like, let me describe this here. Monroe's room's on a second floor at the end of the hall. An occasional oil lamp provides minimal light in the hallway. It's obvious folks don't choose the Boatman's Rest for its 5-star rooms. The key lets the posse into a tiny room that stinks of blood and death. The room is sparsely furnished, containing only a bed and a nightstand. Other than the door, a single open window lets out into a back alley 2 stories down. Laid out on the single filthy mattress is the body of a man. The man is tied down and has obviously been used some kind of like ritual sacrifice, because there's strange voodoo symbols and shit, or some kind of voodoo, yeah, it may be voodoo, but there's symbols on the wall, in his blood, and his stomach's been open and his innards have been drawn out. I mean, this looks exactly like the descriptions that you've had of Isabel's murder.
I swallow down the chunks.
after I stand
And
up, I do the same.
Louis and Jimmy passed. I also need a vigor. Remy passed. Give me a vigor roll, Caesar.
I gotta find it.
I turn left.
Yeah, it's be one of your attributes. All
Oh,
right.
I'm good to go. Wait, what?
No, Ida.
What?
It was delayed.
Yeah, no, it was literally just sitting there. So I rolled again, and then they both counted at the same time.
Yeah, it was delayed. Unfortunately, the 3 came in first. And Detective Murphy, well, you can roll it again for a white fate chip.
I did!
Throw the white fate chip in there, I'll give you the 9. You don't retch. All right. 4 minutes.
The blue and I'll do it.
4 minutes.
The blue's better.
Yeah, you don't want to throw a blue in
Oh,
there.
it is? I thought the
Yeah.
blue was...
Yeah, white is to re-roll.
You can use blue as white as well.
All right, so you guys, Louis goes up and starts to take his cane and rap on the door, and Jimmy shoves him aside and just throws the door open. And when he does, you guys all look in the room, and you see guts pulled out of this guy, strung all over this room, and blood painted, and you see Ida go, and she turns around, and then she kind of swallows it down, and then moves you all out of her way as she walks in the room.
It's fine. I'm fine.
So you just kicked me out of the way because I fell down?
Just walked over you.
Yeah,
I think she stepped on your back.
No, she stepped over you. She's not gonna, like, cause permanent damage, but she's gonna ignore the fuck out of you. So.
Are you okay, Petite?
Yes, I'm alright.
Oh.
Okay, so
you were talking to her.
Can she turn around and push him down the steps?
Absolutely, absolutely. Well, no, because the steps are like, back down the hallway. You can't push him down the steps, but you can shove him if you want to. Punch him in the nutsack if you want to. I don't care.
Push him into your puddle and puke.
Since I'm in the process of standing up, you push him over me and have him like trip on me as I'm trying to stand up.
Yeah, absolutely. I like that idea a lot. So what do you need me to roll for that?
That would be contested strength or athletics between the two of you. Remy, she grabs a hold. She grabs a hold of you.
I was going to let her roll first before I rolled mine.
Okay, I rolled it. I heard the sound. I saw him roll. Nothing happened.
I didn't hear anything.
I didn't hear anything.
It landed on a 5 and a 2.
I didn't see it that time.
Wow.
There it goes.
There it goes. A 5. Okay. Veno.
Uh-oh.
Give up. She knocked your puny ass down.
So she pushes him backwards and he falls over Louis as he's trying to get up.
Does he fall into the offal that's spread around this room? Or this is out in the hallway? Oh no, he's in the you're laying in the guts, Veno, that's like drug out of this guy's
stomach cavity.
He's not letting in the guts because that would contaminate the scene. Plus, blood is hard to get out.
So you did this out in the hallway before you came into the room. Oh, okay, gotcha. All right.
Because she was in the front.
Remy.
She just turned around. So he landed.
It's no different than gutting a deer.
Right into the puke.
What are you doing now?
Worse.
And she just looks down at him as he's trying to get up and slipping everywhere.
Was it something I said, Petite?
She says, "Call me that again."
Okay, that again.
So let me finish the description of the room here while you pick yourself up off the ground. I'll finish describing the room. So, laid out on the single filthy mattress is the body of a man. The man is tied down, obviously been used as some kind of sacrifice or in a ritual. Strange symbols have been carved into his chest and forehead, and herbs, candles, and cups of blood surround the mattress. And I need a spirit roll from all of you guys.
Jimmy rolls a cigarette.
All of you passed. Very good. Nobody's fatigued over this. Yep, nobody's fatigued over this.
Drink it away.
I thought we were smoking.
Yeah, I can multitask.
All right, guess what? Happy 2021. Yay.
Yay!
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year!
I'll drink to that.
New Year.
I will drink to that. Happy New Year again. Boy, I'm liking this. Get to celebrate with. Yeah. By the way, I meant to say when we first started the stream, Happy New Year to Carl, because I knew that it was like he was there already. He was in the future. Mm-hmm. And I forgot all about it with all the technical difficulties. So, Happy New Year, everybody. I tell you what, we're going to take a quick 5-minute break. And I can get some more holiday cheer, right?